a counselor with the Victims of Child Abuse program here at Children, Youth, and Family Services, and I'm here to share with you a great success story courtesy of our fantastic new playground. I recently began working with a young woman who's 10 years old. She has witnessed domestic violence in her life and has also been a victim of abuse herself. So as you can imagine, she has a very difficult time trusting other people. It was my second session with her. So right at the very beginning stages of counseling, where our main goal is really just to build a relationship with each other and to help her learn that she can trust me and vice versa. It's a two-way street. It was a very nice day outside, and this particular young girl responds very well to being outdoors. So we went outside. It was the first time that she'd been on the playground. She sort of walked around, very sort of curiously looking around at all of the different options, and her eyes settled on this wooden cover that she, looked at sort of with interest, and it was clear that she was wondering what's under that wooden plank. So we pulled back the cover to reveal a beautiful sandbox. And this little girl's face lit up like I have never seen, and I could tell that she instantly felt more comfortable in the session. So we had the rest of our time to play in the sandbox, sitting around one box, and just sort of getting to know each other a little bit. Meanwhile, the little girl was taking the sand in front of us and sort of building it into a wall that sort of divided us from the street. So I was able to see in her sand play that she was, in her own way, creating a safe space for us to start to get to know each other and to start to build our relationship. Meanwhile, we began to talk about some more difficult subjects. I began to ask her a little bit about her history and the experiences that she's had in her life. She was able to still engage me in conversation, but I noticed that she stood up, walked all the way around the sandbox, and sat herself down at the very farthest corner from me on the other side of the wall that she had built. So without saying a word, she was indicating to me that I was getting a little too close, maybe a little too personal, for only our second time together, and she felt like she was becoming a little bit guarded. So I took this cue, this nonverbal cue that she gave me, and backed off a little bit. And, noted for her that maybe it was tough to talk about that stuff, especially because she didn't know me very well. So we began to talk about other subjects, and I reminded the girl about confidentiality and privacy, and reminded her that the things that we talk about stay private between us, just to reinforce for her that she is safe, even if she wasn't feeling it in that moment. So once she became clear on confidentiality, she had a few questions about it. She stood up from her point furthest from me, walked straight across the playground, the sandbox, stomped on the wall that she had built, sat down next to me, and began to tell me more about her history and the difficult things that she's experienced in her life. So thanks to this incredible sandbox that we have, this little girl was able to communicate so much to me without saying a word, in a way that would not have been possible if not for the incredible space that we have that provided her with a place where she could feel safe to tell me about her experience without saying a word.